my stats that no one asked for because I don't even know what school I got into, but I have to make a video this week and I'm making videos pre-advanced, so don't yell at me. I know decisions might come out when this video is out. It's fine. We don't worry about that. So today we're going to be talking about my extracurriculars, my standardized test scores, my recommendations, that's a guesstimate, and also my essays, also a guesstimate. I don't know until I see my application file when I go into college, so you'll have to wait for those. So I have a lot of activities that I didn't list on the comment app because, well, if I didn't list it, doesn't matter. You guys don't need to know. But I'm assuming a lot of you guys are here because you want to compare. Don't compare, but you wanted to compare to see if your stats are good enough for whatever school I get into. And yeah, that's perfectly valid. I would recommend you to go to College Find and use that as a goal to, you know, evaluate whether or not you're on the right track, if that makes sense. For my extracurriculars, oh boy. Okay, so this is gonna be painful. We're gonna speed run through this, and there's no way I can memorize this, so I have to look at my computer. So the first one is developing visually impaired and blind technology. I won International Science Fair finalist, an honorable mention for a special award. The second one is piano pedagogy, or it's a teaching internship. The third one is found a study bubbly 501c3 virtual nonprofit, received presidential gold medal volunteer service award. The fourth one is video game encoded with Nico. Hi Nico, and was featured on the Video Game Design Association's website. The fifth one is 13 years of classical pianist. I was to put moderate expertise, but I couldn't find any other word to represent that I'm good at that particular area, so we're just gonna go with expertise. I'm not an expert, but it's fine. We're not gonna worry about that. Number 6 is assistant instructor for dojo and lead fundraiser for $14,400. Black belt second dan, first in national taekwondo championships. 7, AP scholar with distinction. I made a note that I qualified for national AP scholars, but that award was redacted in 2020, and you know, I could have been better award, but they took it away right before I could make the award. Anyways, moving on. Number 8, NHI state debate mock trial competition. Second place in international top 130 great debaters at NHI. Student government founder and president. And the last one, founder and president of chess club in 9th and 10th grade when I was back in in-person school. Oh, okay. So that being done with, I do not have a focus, and make sure you have a focus when you write your essays, unless you're like me and you live in an area where you can't really focus or specialize, because none of these things that I have done, I was not able to solely pursue that. I have, you know, visually impaired technology studies, that's like science fair. So in essence, I have science fair, piano, taekwondo. That's not good, because what you want is you want to have a focus. You want to have one area that colleges can look at you and say, okay, this guy's gonna go into that, which is just like, it doesn't make sense because no one actually does that, but that's the rules. So you need to play by the rules, otherwise you would probably end up like me. Like, I have no idea if my activities are at enough level, if that makes sense, if my activities are at that point where I can be able to pass like the barrier, I guess, because I'm good, but I'm good in different areas, and I don't think colleges like that. I'm pretty sure they don't. We will see if they do or if they don't. So again, I'm gonna stress this. Please specialize on your activities. Okay, now let's talk about my standardized test. We're gonna first talk about APs, then SAT and ACT. Also, we're gonna talk about a rumor that I've heard of. I'm not sure if it's true, but we're gonna talk about it. So the thing about subject tests is that I could have taken subject tests in sophomore year, but I didn't feel ready. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take it like junior summer. They redacted it in my junior year. So I have no SAT subject tests, but that's fine. So some AP subjects take precedence over others, meaning that they're more heavy content related and they're more important. So I would call that AP biology, AP chemistry, AP physics. You know, those are the ones that they really like. AP calc, I guess, AP calc. So all those are things that they kind of really look at. Don't quote me on that. It's just my opinion, because those are the ones that are like the hardest, and they want to see you challenge yourself, right? They want to see yourself challenge yourself academically. So that means when you go to their school, you will use their resources effectively. And I'll leave a link in the description below where I talk about which APs you guys should take and which APs that specifically I took and my thoughts on all of them. For me, I took 8 APs, not including senior year. Freshman, I took AP Human Geography. That's it. Well, I technically took AP Bio, but we don't talk about that because I only got a 3. Anyways, sophomore year, I'm not a masochist. Sophomore years, AP World History and AP Music Theory, I got a 5. failed. I failed this. I got a 5 on my human geography and I got a 5 on my AP world history, 4 on my AP music theory. Now, I'm only taking 1 or 2 APs in my early high school years, which was bad. I'm just put it that way. So in junior year, I decided that I was gonna take 5 APs. Initially, I was going to take 6, but then I died, so then I took 5. I'm not a masochist. So junior year, I took AP Computer Science A, AP Computer Science Principles, AP Bio, AP English Lang, and A Push. I got a 4 on all of them except for AP Computer Science Principles, where I got a 5. So voila, those are my AP subjects. So as you can see, the key is you need to show progression. That's the whole key. So as long as you show that you are improving, colleges find that okay. So you just need to show that you're improving. That's the whole goal. So next up is ACT/SATs, which if you're applying for University of California schools, you don't need to worry about those. Just wanted to point that out. But my SAT was a 1450, which was pretty low considering how I practiced ever since like 6th grade. But my ACT, I got a 35 in a month, which is great. I will also leave the video of that down in the description below where you can see how I did that. My subsections were 34 math, 34 science, 35 English, and 35 reading. That was the first test. The second test that I took, so the rumor that I heard was that your ACT scores and your SAT scores and your AP scores balance each other out. Meaning that if you have a high SAT or ACT score, that can balance out your APs and vice versa. High SAT and ACT score, I would say for the ACT it would be 34. I would have to say maybe 35. So that's considered high ACT score, and a high SAT score, I'm not that sure, but I would say 1540 plus. That's kind of the standard that we've always established back in my past. Anyways, for APs, it's pretty simple. It's 4 plus. And apparently, I think my academics are enough according to the counselor, but I'm not sure. I have no way of knowing. I have no way of knowing. But maybe that rumor might, help you soothe your stress. If you like this video and you're a senior, please like this video if you're not a senior anyways, and go check out my other video where I talk about a college admission strategy for seniors, but I linked too many links, so go find it yourself. Okay, so in terms of my recommendations, I would say it's pretty good. Keep in mind that ask them as soon as possible. Like I asked the spring of my junior year, and that way it gave them very, very ample time to write it. So that was good. You guys should do that. But there's no way for me to measure how good those recommendations are. I wasn't allowed to see all of them. And yeah, I'm just going to have to wait until I can see my admission file. So you guys have to wait for that. Sorry. I keep saying that. I've said that 5 times in this video. I'm so sorry. So, essays. I don't have any way to measure this. So I can't tell you any, I can't measure this for you, but I also will have essay videos inside my channel where you can watch later. So you guys will have to measure that for yourself. You guys will have to judge for yourself if you think those essays are good. I have other videos talking about how to write an essay and what makes up of a good essay. So you guys can also look at those, but don't take my word, right? You need to look at many different sources and come to a conclusion yourself. Don't just look at mine. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I cannot help you on recommendations or essays. I'm sorry. I can't help you. I don't have any. I can't give you anything. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.